All right, so we're going to talk about traumatic chest injuries. Injuries to the chest, including flail chest or a second chest wound, are extremely serious injuries. Both of these injuries will severely compromise your patient's ability to achieve a proper volume of breathing, ultimately leading to a lack of oxygenated blood to the brain. Let's look at these conditions one at a time. Flail chest. Flail chest is defined as two or more broken ribs in two or more broken places. Beyond that technical definition, flail chest results in the segment of ribs effectively floating. Remember I said your ribs, they break and they like sectionize? So it's like that part of your chest is going to look like it's just like a bubble on its own, just because of how the ribs stick together. Because of the mechanics of breathing, this segment is often recognized by what's referred to as paradoxal movement, which is the flail segment moving in the opposite direction of the rest of the rib cage. It's going to look abnormal. The left side might be going up and the right side going down. It's just going to look real funny. Stabilizing flail chest. Here's what you should do if you find yourself with a patient who has suffered flail chest. Upon identifying the flail segment, immediately stabilize it with the gloved hand. Place your patient in a position of comfort, which will typically be a position on their back with their upper torso slightly elevated. Stabilize the flail segment by placing a pillow or folded towel over the segment. What if you don't have a pillow?
Use a jacket or a shirt.
There you go. Some kind of clothing garment, something soft. Secure it in place by wrapping gauze or a sheet around the patient's torso. What if you don't have a sheet?
Shirt. Jacket. Shirt.
Belt.
I was gonna say a belt.
Belt. The problem with belt is you might have to put a hole in it. But jackets, things with sleeves, maybe a pair of pants, something. If you determine that your patient's breathing rate or volume is inadequate to support their life, you'll need to prepare to assist their breathing through artificial means. Is anybody here skilled in that? Sucking chest wound. Sucking chest wounds are penetrating injuries to the front or back of the torso that have penetrated at least to the pleural space, which is the layer between the lungs and the chest wall. When this space is compromised, air will leak into the pleural space, leading to the collapse of the lung. A lot of times when somebody got a sucking chest wound, when they're breathing, you can actually hear it from their torso. It's like they're breathing through their body. Because what's happening is, like I said, their pleural space is filling up with air. So when I talk about this part in shooting, it's crazy because on that side of the wall, I'm teaching you how to do this a different way. And on this side of the wall, I'm teaching you how to fix it. The reason that I tell people to put as many holes as you can into this box is because this pleural space is a timer. It is a timer. So the more holes that we put in this box, the more time that we take off the clock. Opposed to now here you're trying to fix it. Because we want to stop the air from going into the pleural space to prevent that lung from collapsing. Now, the easiest way to achieve that, if there's one hole, is to have the person take their hand and put their hand on it. Their hand against their skin will stop that. Most of the time, it will stop it. But if they got multiple holes, Humpty Dumpty ain't gonna do this. Humpty Dumpty ain't gonna do this. Especially if you got both lungs collapsing on a patient, it's really finna be real bad. While there is no non-professional treatment in the field that can manually extract air from the pleural space, there is a field expedience treatment that can limit the amount of air that leaks into this space as the patient breathes in and allow air to escape as patients breathe out. And I'm gonna teach y'all how to do that with chest seal. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pass this around. This little chest seal right here. If you look at the back of it, on that chest seal, it has like a triangle. I don't think this one got it. I'm gonna start this on this side. This one is flat. The trainer, when they pass around, they actually have like little valves in it. And what the valves do is allow blood and air to escape. With that one, it does not allow anything to escape. The unique thing about these chest seals, that one is a single pack. So once you rip it open, it's very sticky. I'm very hairy, so that is going to stick to me. It's going to stick. It's not coming off. What's dope about it is you can actually use the packaging for another seal. Because most times people get shot, there's an entrance wound and an exit wound. If you're applying a chest seal, we call it seal in the box. So anything from here up is the box. We have to seal the box. So if you got an entrance wound, you seal it. You got an exit wound, you seal it. When you sealing, I got you. I have to hold in front of the camera. Oh, you gonna hold in front of the camera? Okay. In the front, we do a complete seal. We seal it all the way. On the exit wound, you only do 3 sides. So if I'm using the complete wrapper, I'm only gonna do 3 sides. That way we're creating like a flutter valve for air and blood to escape. Because the thing is, you want to let those fluids in the air escape. If you don't, they develop what they call tension pneumothorax, where your lungs start collapsing and you start running all kind of complications. That blue one, you don't have to do the 3 sides because it already has valves where the blood and everything can escape.
That's why I got lost. I thought we didn't really want it to escape.
No. So let me go back.
Yeah, because you're saying.
So in the pleural space right here, right, it's sucking in air. Now, we don't want the air to get in. The more things that we suck in is damaging the space. But when you breathe, you exhale air. So if you take that hole up, it seals it. But you got to remember, there's blood too. That blood has to go somewhere. So if that blood is going to fill up in this pleural space, it's going to collapse that lung still. So that blood has to have somewhere to go, especially with the exit wound, because if you end up if you got a double pack chest seal, right, and you put one on the front, one on the back, periodically, you're going to have to go to that chest seal and let that blood come out. You're going to have to peel it off a little bit and let the blood run out because you don't want that blood to stay in there.
So when that's sucking chest wound, as it's pulling the air in, it's also pushing the blood out when the heart pumps. Or how does that work?
It's sucking it all in.
Oh, so no blood's coming out. Okay, that's why.
It's the air, primarily the air is going first. So you got all this air going in there. And then you got blood too. You don't want it all to get in there because all it's going to do is collapse it on. That's why, I don't know if y'all ever seen in the movie when they put the needle like right here in their chest and they like turn the valve, you hear it, psst, that's the air escaping. And then what they don't show in the movie sometimes is the blood that comes out. That's why they roll them on their side so that the blood can come out too. Because you don't want all the blood to like pool up in there. Reading the patient. Estimate your patient's blood pressure by determining which pulses are present. If you're able to feel a pulse in your patient's wrist, which is the radial pulse, you can assume that their systolic blood pressure is at least 8. If the radial pulse is missing, but you are able to detect a femoral pulse in the groin, you can estimate their systolic pressure is at least 70. If the radial and femoral pulses are missing, but you are able to detect the pulse in the carotid artery, your patient's systolic blood pressure is most likely not over 60. I can take a picture of that, start to bleed, all that good stuff. This is a good website. They got training aids you can go in there and print out. They got other classes that you can go take. And I'm gonna tell you again, Derek, especially your camera, this presentation sucks. Because it missed some stuff I'm finna tell y'all. It missed like some key components. Only thing more tragic than a death is a death that should have never been. Awesome, yeah, we know that. So when it comes to bleeding control, there's 3 things. Number 1, we pack the junctions. That's number 1, we pack the junctions. Junction will be something like the shoulder area here. the neck area. You seal the box, which is the chest. This whole chest area, you seal the box. Pack the junction, seal the box, and you put tourniquets on the extremities. Those are the 3 components that you must remember. Because if somebody got a neck injury, Jamil, if somebody got a neck injury, what you can't do is wrap this around this man's neck. So the correct way to wrap, if he got a neck injury here, and we managed to stop the bleeding, hold your right arm out for me. You gonna come under this arm, and here we can create a more stable pressure here versus wrapping it around the neck. It's not gonna do nobody no good, right? So going under the arm and around the neck will assist in us being able to control the bleed. So when you got junctions under the shoulder, the groin area, you got to pack it. And when we talk about packing, the gauze that y'all got in front of y'all, that's wound packing gauze. Now, Derek, y'all don't got this. Let me borrow one of y'all. I'm gonna swap it out. Let me have that gauze y'all got. So if y'all look at that gauze, y'all see that blue line on there? If you want to, before y'all open this stuff and get busy, you can take a picture of that gauze with the blue line. Because in the, let me see your first aid kit there. So the first aid kit does have the wound packing gauze in it, but I tell y'all take a picture for reference. What's unique about that blue line? I'm gonna use Derek. Derek is in good health and he will remain in good health. I'm just using this for demonstration purposes. So we had to pack Derek. We had to pack a wound on Derek. And when we packed that wound on Derek, we wrapped it up real good. Quinn is a paramedic. He came out and he said, Harrison, you did a good job patching Derek up. He's stable. We're gonna get him onto the ER. Well, he goes to the ER and then they take it out. But if the blood is so coagulated that they just decided to stitch Derek up. They stitch him up, and then they put Derek in the X-ray machine just to make sure he didn't have any broken bones. That blue line is going to show up on the X-ray. So if he got stitched up and nobody inspected it or we sutured him up, when they X-ray, that blue line is going to show up on that wound packing gauze. So the blue line is identifiable by X-ray machine.
And that's dope because I've known people to get in staph infections and pass away from gauze and stuff that was left in injuries when they stitched them up. I lost my godfather like that from a simple surgery. They forget and leave gauze and then stitch you up. Then it gets infected.
Yep. So that blue line is easily identifiable. And we pack the junctions. If you're gonna pack, I mean, you can get wound packing gauze, but that blue line stuff is top of the line. Another reason for that wound packing gauze is if you don't want to spend the $50 on the quick clot hemostatic agent, you can use that wound packing gauze right there. It's not a hemostatic, but you can pack it in there and it's gonna stop the bleeding. Because once you pack it in there, you're gonna apply pressure, you're gonna wrap that up, and it's going to stop the bleeding. So it's a good alternative to the quick clot. So when we're talking packing the wounds and abdominal injuries are more complex, especially if you come across somebody who has their intestines hanging out. Like disembowelment is difficult because your insides have to stay moist. And the thing about that is you have to wet something and keep it wet. You can't just go in there and wrap it up. See that thing that's right there? So this, this one. So this emergency bandage is just a 4-inch. You open it up, it folds out. They do make them bigger.
Yeah, I have the bigger version.
Yeah, they got bigger versions. They go like 10 and 12 inches. They fold out. And then if you need to put it across somebody's stomach, you can. But you got to remember that if you see somebody disemboweled, you have to keep that moist so that the insides can probably get put back in. I ain't no doctor. I ain't never had to do that. It's not a pretty sight though.
So in terms of keeping it moist, is it just constantly wetting it?
Nah, once you wet the garment or whatever you're gonna put on there, when you wrap it up, it should stay moist.
Okay.
Remember the golden hour thing?
Right.
Where we at now, it should stay moist. I mean, chances are, if it's not stable, it's probably not.
Not to say when. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're gonna come across. I'm gonna tell you, you gotta keep it moist. Just keep it moist. Help them out. They might end up with a colostomy bag tomorrow, but you did what you could. Hey man, they told me keep it moist. I kept it moist. I wrapped you up best I could do. You should have been in this situation. Now there was just a club. The security guard thought he was bad. He was picking on this little guy, and they ended up touching him. So the big guy was on top of the little guy on the ground. He started yelling, "Get him off me! You're on top of him. What you mean? Get him off you? You go to pick him up. His guts hanging out because the little guy had a knife, and he started doing surgery. It happens. People will use weapons of opportunity. Weapons of opportunity present injuries of complication because we trying to defend ourselves. We don't care what we do to you. We don't care. And if you on the scene, you gotta figure this out. Kids. I know I'm jumping around, but he asked me earlier about what do I recommend in trauma kits. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick list just by giving y'all what's in this trauma kit right here. The first thing we start with is a tourniquet, a cat tourniquet. I think they on generation 7. So it's like a cat 7 tourniquet right now. They come in bright orange, black, and blue. It's safe to note the blue ones are used for training. I can't tell you if they will work on the injury because to me they seem like they made out of the same material. I don't know. I ain't never had to do it because I always keep orange on, but I feel like if I had to use this, it'd probably work. Because when y'all put it on yourself in a minute, you're going to understand like that shit works. All right, so we got cat tourniquet. Next is a emergency trauma bandage. Normally 4 inches. I keep a 4-inch one. It's going to get me out of the jam. After that, we have a chest seal. This one comes with 2 chest seals, to be exact. So if I got 2 chest seals, Derek, how many I got in reality?
1.
Nah, I got 2 packs in here, Derek. Well, you got 2 packs in here, so how many you got?
Oh, for the 4 technically, because you can see the front and the back, yeah.
Yep. And then they got, you need tape, medical tape.
Yeah.
This one in here got flat tape, which I like the flat tape, but you need some kind of medical tape.
I find mine dries out a lot even when I recycle it. You know, I'm trying to figure out a way to keep it where it doesn't dry out so fast.
Wrap it in plastic or find a Ziploc bag, a small Ziploc bag that keep moisture out. Nitrile gloves. You need some gloves.
Okay, I got a quick question about that.
Quick
so
answer.
I noticed they're blue.
Yep.
We have some that are black just because I just happen to have some at the house. So if I just happen to have
I'm
them,
gonna tackle that. Go ahead.
I'm just saying if I just happen to have them, it's okay to use. I figure the blue one is because you be able to see certain things like the color or whatever that is. But if all I got is that, that's fine.
Some remember is if that's all you got, that's all you got.
Okay.
But if you can prepare for better, I want you to prepare for better.
Gotcha.
But if that's all you got, that's all you got. It's just, I'd rather you have something than nothing. Trauma shears. Trauma shears is next on the list. Trauma shears, bandage, a hemostatic agent if you want. I recommend Quick Clot. Literally Quick Clot. Quick Clot make this. They got different ones that they make. I recommend everybody get some kind of Quick Clot. Last one is going to be the SWAT T. SWAT T. Those items right there will give you a basic trauma kit. Basic trauma kit. Not a boo-boo kit. Not a Band-Aid. Basic trauma kit. A lot of people I know they add like I might have one. Hydrocortisone cream. They do have like an emergency pill pack. They got like painkillers, aspirins, and stuff like that. I typically have those, but I'll put one in there for somebody who might be experiencing excruciating pain. Maybe they got a broken bone or something. I give them some aspirin to help them out. I do keep stuff like that around. Me and Derek was talking earlier too. If Derek, he does a lot of homestead and stuff. I got multiple vehicles. So a lot of times I will go buy items in bulk because I keep first aid kits. But like I told you, you got 4 limbs, so you need 4 tourniquets at a minimum. If you bought one first aid kit, it's only gonna come with 1 tourniquet. I keep extra of certain items because I'm always moving. I'm a firearms instructor. I'm around people all the time who shoot. And people who shoot unsafe at that. It's crazy. But I buy extra. Like I told you, I went to the beach, took my first aid kit. I used a bunch of stuff in it, and I had to go refill it. I'm not buying it from my medic. I'm telling y'all now, I'm going right in CVS and I'm gonna go buy this stuff at CVS. And I'm gonna refill my first aid kit. I actually went on Amazon and bought the antibiotic ointment, the triple antibiotic ointment. I bought a whole box of it off Amazon.
So there are things like that, like you said.
Yeah, basically first aid items.
Yeah, okay.
That's beyond the trauma kit though. That's beyond the trauma kit. That's just stuff I keep on hand just because people do go through injuries and stuff. But you do think sterile, because when we talk about packing wounds and stuff in a minute, we're gonna talk about having to sterilize the site. So keeping stuff like antiseptic wipes, cleansing wipes, stuff like that. You can throw a couple of them in your trauma pack. Buy it off Amazon. You ain't got to go nowhere and get nothing extensive for that. It's just antiseptic wipes and stuff to clean the site of the injury. Because if you got it, I recommend you clean it. So stuff like that you can buy off Amazon, and just keep it in your first aid kit. But I do buy stuff like that in bulk because I got a kid and he is a daredevil. He does shit. It happens. All right. Anybody got any questions about trauma kit? All right. So when everybody grab their turn, just pull it to it. So what a tourniquet does is it takes everything in your extremity, muscles, the veins, everything that's in there, and the design is for it to compress. It's going to compress everything until it brings your pulse to a halt. Good? All right. Now, notice how this guy's with about 3 or 4 inches wide or so. You can't use string. You don't want to use thin items, items that may even roll up, because what that does is it stops venous bleeding. It's not gonna go deep like this does. Strings and stuff is not gonna compress the way that this will. So when we're talking improvised tourniquets, if you gotta cut a t-shirt or pants or something, just kind of look at the width of this. And that's about the width that you want to fold the shirt or cut. You don't want to cut it too thin because you want it to actually compress the extremity. So when you're putting this on, if I'm putting it on my right arm, the red tab right there is going to point to the left. Simply because when I bring it up on my arm and I pull it, I'm able to pull it inward tight. Don't do it yet. I'm able to pull it in tight, and then I can wrap it around, and then I can tighten it. You should be able to do this in under 2 minutes. Feel how tight that is? Nah, try to get your finger under it. Cause I'm gonna do this to y'all. Oh yeah. Yep. Now I can probably get me one more turn out the tourniquet if I really, really had to. But it does hurt a little bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not comfortable. It's not a pleasant feeling. It's definitely.
One thing you hear in everything they always say, now this is gonna hurt. That's the first thing you hear people say.
So I made a grave mistake one time. I was giving a start to bleed class outside, right? And I had a student. She didn't have, everybody here got a partner. She didn't have a partner. I was like, I'll be your partner. It's cool. I'm giving the class. What I didn't know, what she didn't tell me, was she was a nurse. She was a trauma nurse. When I tell y'all that tourniquet was tight as I don't know what. If you would have stuck a quarter between me and that tourniquet, you'd be able to tell if it was heads or tails. That thing was so tight. Man, listen, I don't never want that lady to put a tourniquet on me. I know I'm gonna make it. That was a mistake. No. But hey, definitely started bleeding that day. But I say that to say, like when we was talking earlier, like nobody's gonna let you plunge your fingers into them. It's the same thing with the tourniquet. As you put it on, you're gonna start to realize, like, if somebody got something going on, they're not gonna let you put this on easy. And what I want y'all to remember is more than likely they're gonna be on the ground. Avoid putting your knee in their chest. Because if you put your knee in their chest, you're starting to affect their breathing. You gotta figure out another way to stabilize that person, especially if you got other people around that can help you stabilize them. You gotta use them. Don't put your knee in their chest though. That's gonna do more harm than it will good. Chances are, if somebody has had a limb amputated by force, if they know, they're probably gonna go in the shop. If they don't know, I personally would not tell them that they're missing whatever it is. I wouldn't. I just put that tourniquet on them and tell them, hey man, just lay down, you're gonna be good. Because in shock, they probably don't feel it. And I wouldn't tell them. I would try to recover it and put it on ice or something. I wouldn't tell them. I definitely wouldn't show it to them either. Definitely wouldn't show it to them. Okay. You got my leg? Yeah, it's right here. And now they just slip unconscious and it's like, shit, it's your fault. It's definitely 100% your fault. I wouldn't.
Other people that's gonna be like, oh my God.
And see, that's another thing. There's gonna be a lot of people recording
They're
it.
gonna be screaming.
It's gonna be difficult. So what I want y'all to do at this time, I want everybody to take the tourniquet with your left hand. Make sure that the tab is pointing towards you. If you're holding it in front of you, just make sure that the red tab is pointing directly towards you. You're gonna take your right hand and you're gonna slip your right hand in it. You're gonna grab that tab and you're gonna pull it to the left across your chest. There, flip it. When you pull it, the red tab should be pointing out, like it should be facing outward.
No, you just back.
No, you're okay.
That's what, no, you back.
No, you're right.
No, I said
So-
you back. That's what made me.
Yeah, you're gonna pull it tight and then just go ahead and wrap it around. Pull it tight. Don't
Okay,
cheat
so
yourself.
pull it tight and I'm wrapping it.
Yeah,
This
go
one
on wrap it. Now, if you can't get it all the way, just Velcro it and then Velcro it as much as you can.
Okay, so do you wrap it over or under? It don't matter.
You ain't concerned with that right now. You're trying to save yourself. You ain't see once you start doing algebra, you lose the focus.
No, the only reason why I asked is because I didn't know how it was going to affect
Just let it
me
hang.
when I twist it.
See how I got it hanging like that? Just let it hang. Now that white piece right there, unvelcro that white piece. That white piece, you don't want that Velcro.
Okay, that's what, okay.
That's what
So
you
that white
right
piece?
on.
Right, the
Yeah.
time. Okay, so now I get, okay, that's what I was asking. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, hey, y'all need to add Sharpie. Add a Sharpie to your birthday kit.
Right.
Black Sharpie. Now, the uncomfortable part. So you're gonna take this windlass and you're going to turn it. Oh, come on, man, don't be like that. This is one turn. Come on. No. I want you to turn. I want you to turn yours. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Don't worry. Y'all gonna help each other out here in a minute. Don't even worry. Y'all gonna help each other out.
That's all I can do.
No. Go ahead. Turn it. I gotta check. No.
Go ahead, come check.
Trust me.
My thing ain't going
Okay.
I'm positive you can bring it. Go ahead. Yeah, you can let it go. All right. You good? Keep going.
Yeah, I cannot.
See, you got this nice short. You got.
That's tight.
We in. That's. I can get my finger in there. Come on. Trust me. You ain't even showing me that you're uncomfortable. Come on. The layers of clothes make the difference. Come on.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad I wore all this.
Come on. You gotta lock it in.
How lucky.
Turn it this way.
Uh-huh.
How long we supposed to keep it?
Bro.
See how you move it? Now I know it's working.
Yeah.
Now I know that's working.
Okay.
But you do have to turn it and lock it in. So now I know it's working.
Okay, I was gonna say, how long we supposed to do this?
Oh,
Nah.
come on, Derek. You get one more turn now, man. Come on, Derek.
We got one more turn?
Yeah. Come on, man. Don't cheat yourself.
Okay, here go next turn.
Come on, huh? They gonna pop? Oh, my bad. Yeah, you good. There you go. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Bring that back a little bit.
Okay, I see it.
Now we have
Come on. You gotta save yourself. Come on, turn. Both hands. Come on, both hands.
I can't do both.
Come on. Turn.
I'm saying I can't put my other hand up there and turn it.
See, there you go. They go that turn I'm looking for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they go that turn I'm looking for. There you go.
Okay. I can
That's
stop
better.
myself.
Yeah, you can stop it. That'll work. A good way to test if you put that tourniquet on good enough is to check your pulse and your reefs.
Yeah,
You should have no pulse. Don't fold it back up. You gotta put it back on, man. No, I'm not done. We're just getting started. We're just getting started with the fun. I'll grab myself. No, you gotta put it back on your arm.
I'll do it like this. I'll wait.
All right. So you're gonna bring it back out. You're gonna Velcro it back like it was. You ain't gotta take it all the way out. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn it the other way. Now you want the tab facing to the right. If it's facing me, you want that red tab facing to the right. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your left leg and you're gonna put your left leg through. Oh, don't be like that. And you're gonna bring it high up. Oh, yes.
I'm just waiting.
Wait till he gotta put his tourniquet on you. You just wait till he gotta put this thing on you.
Yeah, I remember this.
Hold on, let me see that. All right, like that. There you go. So you're gonna put it on. Make sure the windlass is on the top of your thigh. Now, make sure nothing in your pocket too. If this is up near your pocket, make sure there's nothing in your pocket. You can get one more turn.
One more turn.
Don't put the Velcro. Don't Velcro across. See, look at that, my guy. There you go. You get that one turn there. You good? Keep in mind when y'all putting these tourniquets on, think about if you're bleeding and you got to get that one more turn. Or you got to get them 2 more turns because you have to do this until the bleeding stops completely.
Okay, come see if you can stick your finger in the step before you had to be carrying my leg to the car.
Nah, you one more turn. I hate it for you. I hate it for you. There, you can get one more turn enough.
Oh, you give me one turn.
You can get one more. Come on. Come on.
You go take a turn.
Oh yeah, you can turn that again. Yeah. Now you see how far back your windlass is? You want your windlass to be in the front because it's harder for you to work on that backside. You really need your windlass in the front.
Oh.
You got my turn there?
I'm getting it in there.
Okay, come check.
Y'all good. Y'all good. Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's it. You good?
I forgot about how this jive
So
feels.
when you do it sometimes, that's how you check it. You take your finger to see if you can do it. You can do it now. I know, but I mean, you can feel it on yourself how tight it is.
So when you're doing it on somebody, I'm only doing finger checks because we're here in this class. Right. In real life, you do it to the bleeding stop.
Oh,
So it don't
that's
matter.
what you look at.
Yeah, you looking for the bleeding stop, so it don't matter. If that bleeding don't stop, you keep turning that windlass.
Okay.
Now, once you get to the point where it's done and it can't go no more, if they're still bleeding, you will apply another tourniquet.
Oh, wow.
You will apply another tourniquet.
And then I guess obvious question is, they're bleeding, so we put the above the wound?
Yes. So my bad, I left that out. Sorry, appreciate that.
What's that?
So
You put it above the wound.
the tourniquet will go 4 to 6 inches above the wound. The reason I told you I put it high up on the leg is that's just what we do. Put as high as up as it'll go. But if the injury is right here on my wrist, then technically you want to come up and put the tourniquet here. And then if you got to add another tourniquet, you go up a little bit higher. And then you add another tourniquet. 2 tourniquets should definitely do the job.
You said 4 inches?
4 to 6. You apply the tourniquet 4 to 6 inches above the wound.
In what situation would you need 2 tourniquets?
Or they won't stop bleeding. They won't stop bleeding. If you apply that first tourniquet and it's tight and they still bleeding, apply another tourniquet. Because it's just like a faucet. You trying to turn off the blood. You need that blood to stop. And you don't stop turning that tourniquet until it stops. Applying 2 tourniquets, the second one should definitely, the first one should do it, but the second one should definitely do it. And these will fit most young children. They do have other tourniquets. They got like, it's called a rat tourniquet. I hate it. I don't even think I got one.
Oh,
That's the one with the hooks.
Hooks on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's trash.
Okay, and why you don't like that?
I don't, because it's very stringy. I don't really like the strings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the strings. I like it. I would improvise a tourniquet before I put a rat tourniquet on somebody.
Is it anything done differently when you're doing a smaller child?
Nope. Same thing. I mean, it's a small child, so they're gonna be screaming. They're gonna be screaming bloody murder. But it's the same thing. You just keep going until the bleeding stops. Whether it's on the leg, arm, just keep going until the blood stops. All right, my first 2. I need 2 people.
I'm a film, so what?
I guess I won't get over with.
Is everyone gonna get over that?
That's always
Bring a
been like
tourniquet
that.
with you. Bring a tourniquet with you. All right, somebody gonna lay down, and then somebody else is going to assist.
I'll tell you what, getting up is a problem.
Of course.
That's what it does.
You ain't worried about stopping the bleeding, just getting up off the ground.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna demonstrate this, and then you're gonna do it. Okay, you still gonna have to get down here with me. So what we're gonna say is, y'all can get up if you need to see. Y'all can get up and come around. I ain't tripping. So we're gonna say that he got a leg injury, right? We're gonna say that his right leg has an injury. The thing we want to do first is we want to get down with him and stabilize his leg. I'm using my right leg to stabilize his leg so that it doesn't move. Let me see the tourniquet. I'm gonna spare you. I ain't gonna put the tourniquet on tight.
Yeah,
I'm
you
spare
said
you.
you was gonna do
No, 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 I'm gonna spare you. So, because I don't know the extent of this injury, I bring the tourniquet all the way out because I don't want to move his leg. I'm going to fish the tourniquet under his leg, and if I need to move it, I'm going to saw my way up. We're gonna go ahead and hook that tourniquet, and then you bring it back under, and at this point, I'm gonna proceed with tightening up that tourniquet. I'm sparing him because somebody else is gonna do this to him. I don't want to do him bad. Once you have completed the application of the tourniquet, you lock it in and bring it across. Now, you can write the time on here, but what I would do is take that Sharpie and write it right across his forehead.
Okay.
That way, they don't got to see it. The paramedics looking at your forehead with the time that you apply the tourniquet, that lets them know that there's a tourniquet on him. Even if we had to like cover it up to keep it from getting infected, they know because we wrote a time on his forehead that there's a tourniquet on him. Now, the time in which you apply the tourniquet is important because after 8 hours, they start to lose the extremities. You start at the first end, so it's either going to be fingers or toes. They have been people who had tourniquets on for long periods of time and they didn't lose anything, but with no blood circulation, it will start to die. So it's imperative that you write down the time in which you apply the tourniquet because you can't leave it on forever. It's just not that kind of device. So be mindful that at some point, you need to know what time you put that tourniquet on. You need to relay that to medical professionals. Here's a question for you. At what point in time of Quinn's discomfort do you loosen that tourniquet?
None.
Why not?
Cause then the blood gonna start right going in.
Just make sure y'all paying attention. That's all. I just want to make sure y'all cooking with me. You don't. I don't care what they say, what they do, how they act. Under no circumstances do you take the tourniquet off. Once you put it on, for you as a first responder, it's a permanent decision. And only the medical professionals will release that tourniquet. You leave it on there until he get the help. If it goes beyond the 8 hours, don't take it off. Because he's gonna start losing blood. Leave it on. All right, it's on you. Oh, my bad, I got the tourniquet. My bad.
Where's the wound at first?
Ankle. Go high up. You can go high up now. Now look at your tourniquet. There you go.
I thought you said only 6 to 8 inches.
Yeah, see, it's recommended to go. You can go higher. You can go higher with no adverse effect.
Okay.
But you want to, at a minimum, you want to be 6 to 8 inches. On a leg injury, I always go high up. So if you got to place another one, you still got room. But right there where you at, go up a little higher. Come up a little above the knee a little bit. So behind the knee is we got the junction right there. Right there. There you go. Now, a good point about where you at with that tourniquet, if you had to add another one and you had to come up higher, you still have room.
So the second one would be even higher, even if the wound's down there? Or does it matter?
You can put it lower, but I would come higher. I would just because if that one don't stop it, that means there's blood passing through, so I need to come up a little higher. Now, one thing that he's not doing is stabilizing that leg with his knee.
Right.
Okay.
You got to stabilize. You got to keep that leg stable.
Because when you put that on, that person is definitely gonna move.
Oh, don't take it easy on him. Come on. You're bleeding. He's going to make noise. That's fine.
You got this. You got this. You
All
got
right,
this.
there you go. You can release it.
So he don't lose it for real.
Not on me, you won't. Not on me. You
No, it felt
won't.
like for a second. And I guess that's crazy. That would be the pain, but it felt like the skin was about to get pinched, and boy, that was about to make me yell. The pressure was bad, but the skin pinch.
Yeah.
It's another level.
Yeah, it's tough. Switch.
Yeah, boy.
First.
See, don't come sound like somebody, now I'm getting you back.
That's how it go.
I mean,
That's how it
it's like
go.
when you take a 50, somebody go 10% and somebody go 50. All right, now we go.
Well, for the sake of this, you got to go 100. So everybody gets 100. Now, like I said earlier, if somebody got on cargo pants like me, you got to get whatever's in the pocket out.
Okay.
Whatever obstructions could be in the way, you want to get it out. So make sure you put that tourniquet down. So you're right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down.
Whatever's in the pockets, get it out of the pockets because those pants can shift. And if you put it on like my wallet right here, and my wallet moves, your tourniquet just became inoff. It's of no service because it moved and released all the pressure.
So I gotta get under without trying to lift his legs.
There you go. That's it.
All right, brother. Sorry.
I apologize for saving your life.
It's all good. All in the favor of saving lives. Tight enough?
I could go one more, but I think
If you say it's tight, man, it's tight. Man.
I feel you.
Yeah, tight.
It's like you making a noise. You gotta check, make sure.
And you said if it's not, it's gonna be tight today, right?
All right, we'll give you a hand getting up. My next tool. You're not gonna get the same injury, so you good. I don't care who next. Come on.
You feel that skin tension?
Man. I just feel like I'm gonna stop circulating.
Yeah, when you start turning, I was like, man, just that skin tension. I mean, if you really injured, you ain't gonna be worried about that skin tension. Oh, so now you want to tell me, yeah, you feel it, huh?
Unfortunately.
I'm just saying.
All right, so this one is going to be a left leg injury, and I want you to keep the tourniquet below the knee. You can't move that leg. There you go.
Is it below the knee?
Below the knee. Keep it below the knee. It's gonna hurt. I can tell you, it's gonna hurt.
She looking at him like, mess around here. We ain't gonna be speaking for the next 2 weeks.
Just remember you gotta ride back with it, dog.
Right.
I didn't set you up. I did kind of set you up. She said, okay. You bleeding. Nah, you can't tell him stop. Don't listen to her.
That's good.
That's good.
Okay, release.
She said, okay, release.
I don't need all that blood anyway. It's just in the blood.
I
You
can
don't
live.
get that
You're not
back.
gonna be conscious to tell you that anyway.
I can live without a few pints.
Okay, we doing the same thing.
She gonna cut me up on
Yeah,
that.
you gonna do the, yeah, you're gonna do the same thing. I had them do arms. Excuse me,
You're
Gary.
like on the move and knock them out.
Oh, left leg.
So this one is gonna be an ankle injury, 4 to 6 inches above the ankle. Stabilize. Yep. There you go. Stabilize it. Flip your tourniquet. Flip your tourniquet. This way. Yep, that way.
She was supposed to come with me today.
Oh, okay, okay.
I had something happen and she didn't come with me.
Gotcha. Take that tourniquet on the round. You gotta go back through the bottom. Yep. Remember, you want to tighten it and then Velcro it. So look, pull it back out. Don't crank it. Take your finger and then press it around. That thumb. Now press it down.
Press
Like
it on
this.
like that.
Like this.
Oh.
See how you going around like that? So now we got contact. So now you're gonna take your hand and you're gonna fish it back under there. Don't get your hair caught in there.
I know, right? Right.
All right,
we
now
just
right
don't
here.
have to lose the ankle.
Now start tightening. Don't sacrifice my man ankle. Go ahead, start tightening.
I'm trying to help you, so lift your leg and hold it right here while you, because I'm trying to do my best to help you.
So the small, the actual leg portion, yeah, the actual leg portion hurts a lot worse than the thigh. I forgot to tell you that. Yeah, it hurts a lot.
Now that we talking about it.
Yeah, I'm telling him now. He's experiencing it. I might as well just tell him. He's getting that first-hand experience. It's okay. You gonna
Ain't
leave
gonna
him?
save.
I can't move.
What you say?
You gonna leave him? You say stay, you can go ahead and take it out. That hurt.
Bring it, take this shit off me.
I told you, that hurts.
He just sitting there.
Like, I believe okay.
I told you, I mean, payback is coming, but I ain't got nothing to do with it.
She's gonna be like, all right, then.
Yeah, she was like, all right, so what you want me to do now? It's home. Y'all want coffee? You want some drink? That hurt a little bit, don't it?
Oh, yeah.
Final two.
I'm laying down and getting over.
Nah, actually, he can sit right there. We gotta do arms.
Oh, okay.
You gotta do arms.
Just sit your
Pick an
thing.
arm. I don't care what arm you pick.
Hey, here's the one.
Get it. All right. Derek, what you doing? Get that to her.
No, yeah, that hurt.
Yeah, she got to put it on you.
Oh, I'm doing him.
Yeah, you gotta put it on him.
I thought he. Oh,
Nah, you gotta put it on him. He's sitting
oh, I
down.
thought he was doing me first.
He's stable.
Okay.
He's sitting down. So I guess you can do that on. We gotta stabilize the arm though.
Okay, then I can't do this.
Come on.
Okay. So I have to assume,
You gotta assume.
cause I mean that's the only way I can think to stabilize it while he's sitting.
I want you to think. That's what I want you to do. I want you to think through this. Stabilize it. Bring his arm. Try to use this arm and put pressure here so you can hold it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm assuming that that's what I'm. Okay. I guess so.
Now, the higher up you get that arm, the more you start blood pumping. So if you take his arm and bring
if I
it here,
hold it here. Okay.
now holding it right here gives you more maneuverability with this. See that?
Gotcha.
So
okay.
now you got more mobility in both your hands.
Gotcha. Okay. And where's the wound exactly?
What are you thinking about, like, on the knee and putting his hand across the shoulder? Since you said raising it up.
That's another way.
Like you
Yeah,
come down and then the arm is here. So now I got two hands to work turn.
you can do that too.
Oh, it's
all-
like if I was on my.
Oh,
I'm
your
just.
knee?
I'm,
Because
Yeah.
once
We
he
gonna see.
yeah, because once
no, we
he
ain't gonna
said,
see because I'm older.
But like I said, it's different ways to do
Okay,
it.
no, but I
want you
mean,
to
now I
think
understand what you're saying. If I was on my knee and I was holding his arm
his arm
over
on
my
your
shoulder so
now you
that
got both
hands to be
That's
able
what
to
I
work
was
with.
thinking,
Okay,
Mhm.
okay, but where's the injury? I don't recall you saying. You just said that in the
Oh,
arm.
my bad. I said the arm, so we'll just say it's right here. You guys got a wound right here.
Okay, so
Yeah.
all right, so
Don't pull him though.
well, yeah.
You gotta make
Sit
sure
how
you
you gonna
stay.
sit, man. Sit how you
You
gonna.
got-
I'm ready. See how you gonna sit, man.
She done pulled me to
You be alright.
blood spurting all.
Okay, so if I'm see, look at him.
Hey, that happened in real life though. That happened in real life. Now, here's the thing. If that happened in real life, at that point you gotta like figure this out because now you gotta stabilize him again. Me, I would go ahead and while he falling out, I'm gonna go and get that tourniquet on and then go back and restabilize him. So
Okay.
that tourniquet is more important because he only has minutes before he starts losing all his blood.
Okay.
He can fall out.
Ten of them passed
You know what? You remember it's me. I can leave you here.
I mean, you could. You could. Pull it. There you go. Pull it. And then you can put that right there.
I have no faith in her.
Well, you can't say that.
She was taking way too
Don't put it
long.
all the way here.
I'm
I'm
learning.
learning.
Okay.
You was taking way too long.
You would have been good.
I said minutes, not hours.
Look like we're getting up.
Oh, there it is. Okay, that's enough.
Just remember, your day coming.
Yeah.
Your time is coming. Go ahead, put it across.
Huh?
Put this across.
Oh, you mean that's for time thing.
All right, now go ahead and release it. Just take the pressure off, and then I'm gonna show y'all one more time.
Don't write
Take the
blood
pressure
head
off.
on my foot.
Now, this extra right here, when you lock this windlass in, a lot of people come around like that,
Okay.
and then they Velcro to keep that windlass in place.
Oh,
I have
okay.
also seen people take the extra and then tab it over like so.
That's how we
Yeah, I've seen people tab it over. If you got enough though, Me, I would go ahead and lock that windlass in place.
Yeah, keep it from
If I gotta
popping
move,
out.
That makes sense,
Yeah.
because if the person, okay, I get that. I get
Yeah.
that.
because I mean, I have seen a lot of videos where police officers are applying tourniquets to themselves, and then they have to stay in the fight because the tourniquet will allow you to get back in the fight and have mobility. Huh? For real? A lot of these videos I see, man, these officers put them tourniquets on, they rocking and rolling.
Nowadays, when I was in, they didn't teach us none of that.
No, that's what I'm saying, man.
They was like, call for a bus. You was like, all right.
Alright, that's your turn.
Oh, okay.
You the last one.
Yeah, tell
Yeah, what's her?
Arm, we're gonna do a forearm injury.
forearm.
Yep. It's gonna hurt.
Okay,
It's gonna hurt.
okay, I won't cry. I won't cry.
Get it together first.
Okay, you gonna stabilize my arm, or you gonna let?
Yeah,
You flapping it, you gotta keep it still.
I mean, I didn't know if you had to.
You acting like you was flying away.
I mean, he do, he gotta stabilize it. I mean, with you standing up, if your arm was shredded anyway, it's just gonna be dangling.
Gotcha.
It's just,
That's good to know.
there probably ain't much left. Pull it there, pull it tight as you can. And then Velcro it. I do like how he using the shoulder though. If it wasn't nothing left but scraps, it'd be rough.
Are we talking about my arm?
Yes. I'm just making sure it's right below the elbow.
I hear you, huh?
There's one more turn. One more turn. Just one more turn. It's locked in, yeah.
Let's try your.
Cause you gonna hold on. And you gonna twist my arm around?
Yeah, yeah, make sure it's good. It's good. Shame on Derek.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Shame on Derek. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody good with tourniquets? Everybody good? Yeah. Y'all give me a second. I gotta step out real quick. Y'all can take a quick break and then we're gonna come back and do wound pack. The thing is, this is like a cavity that just keeps going. So you gotta get your finger in there. My finger is in here right now. I'm at like I'm stopping the bleeding. The next thing I gotta do is start packing that wound. With keeping my finger applying pressure, now I gotta pack this gauze in there. And with the gauze that y'all have, it's in the stream.
So which way are you applying pressure? Like, are you applying straight down, left, right?
So when I go in and you go down, you find it in this one. So I'm acting like I'm my finger's in there as far as I can go, and I'm just applying pressure to what I believe is the source of the bleeding. And the next thing is taking that gauze and packing it in there while trying to keep my finger in there. Now, sometimes you might have to bring your finger back out just a tad bit, maybe, and figure it out, because this is human flesh that we're talking about. But either way, with this wound packing gauze, because it comes out like y'all gonna see how it's connected, you're just gonna keep packing in there. You're gonna keep packing it in there, and just keep packing, and then at the end, you're gonna fold it over, and then you're gonna hold pressure. I'm gonna walk out through it. But in the meantime, all you're gonna do when you get your finger in there is just continue to pack that wound. Pack that gauze in there. Fingers, thumbs. My finger never leaves. I just continue to pack it. And as I pack it, I back my finger out because my finger is still applying pressure to the gauze that I'm packing inside that wound.
I know this may sound a little crazy.
Never.
If that's a bullet wound and you put your finger down there, you feel the bullet, do you take it out?
No.
Just leave it in there?
Leave
and
it.
pack it?
Don't take nothing out. Even if somebody got a knife or something impaled in them, you bandage around it. Never remove it because you could do more damage by removing it. Like if the knife or the object is holding it together and you move it, you might cause internal bleeding that you can't stop. So we always bandage around the object. Whatever it is, we figure out how to bandage around it. Leave it. Don't take nothing out.
I was just wondering.
Like if you take a Ziploc bag and fill it up with water and hold it and stab it with a pencil, it holds the water. But the minute that you pull it out, all the water drains out. Same thing with a human body. Leave it. All right, so I don't know who's gonna go first. I got a wound cube on every table. I'm gonna have to cut y'all's, or y'all could just reuse it. Actually, just reuse the end of it. All right, who's gonna go first? Oh wait, gloves. All right. So when you finish, remember your gloves are gonna be nasty. So what you want to do is take the inside of the glove, pinch it, and pull it. Ball it up, and you're gonna take your 2 fingers and slide it under the glove and peel it off. And then we took the gloves off with minimal contact. All right, who first? All right. Nah, take it all the way out. Nah. Grab the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, remember, you want to keep this sanitary.
Mm-hmm.
So you already contaminated touching this, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You're packing this inside somebody, so let's not take more contaminants than we need to.
Okay.
Now, so take one hand. I need you to find out where's that. See, I told you feel bone and all that good stuff. Now, when you find it, you can go ahead and take that and feed it. Yep.
Is he gonna be doing it one by one or just
Yeah, like
shove all of it in?
nah. So it's coming off in pieces, and then he's just gonna keep packing that wound.
And are you with one hand you're holding the wound, and the other one you're packing?
Yep.
And you're
So
not using-
so his left hand is doing the work. It's holding the gauze and it's packing the gauze at the same time. Because his right hand is holding
that's
pressure.
okay. Sorry. And when you're doing this, as much as possible, not move the hand that's holding the pressure.
Mm-hmm. You want to try to keep as much pressure on it, keep it stable. But as you pack the gauze, you have to move that finger back because you want to pack the gauze down in there as deep as you can. It's gonna hurt like hell. I ain't gonna have it. So now, keep your finger right there though. Now I want you to take this and transfer it over. Like take this hand, put pressure on your finger, and then bring back your finger out.
And then the pressure.
And now apply pressure. All right, abracadabra, 2 minutes has passed. Now, what you would do, I'm only doing this just so y'all can see it, because on the wound cubes, you can't do this. Now, you wrap it. So, in a perfect world, you would take that and you would wrap it all the way around. Because we packed the wound. Now, let's say that bullet hole was bleeding and you apply a tourniquet up here. You do the same thing. You still pack the wound and then you wrap it up because you stopped the bleeding, but now you got to protect the actual site of the injury from further infection. So you stop the bleeding, still pack the wound, still wrap it up, and then you're good to go. So in that situation, you will go ahead and wrap it all the way around and then tag it, call it a day.
So you don't, once you, even after you pack it and everything, you leave the tourniquet on there.
Yeah. Never remember when you put a tourniquet on, it's a permanent solution. When you do it as a civilian, it's permanent because it's permanent while they're in your possession. When the paramedics come, they'll go further and whatever they need to do. When you put a tourniquet on, it's permanent. You don't take it off. You let the medical professionals take it off. So anytime we put on the tourniquet, that's not a reason for us to skip wound care. You still have to care for the wound. As long as you have the materials to do so, you still want to care for the wound. So antiseptic wipes, whatever you got to do to clean the site of it, you clean it and then you pack it because you already stopped the bleeding. So you still clean it, pack it. Don't take nothing out. All you want to do is pack it, wrap it up, and make sure that they can't get infected.
You need to take it out.
Yeah. Because now it's her turn. And then take your gloves off. Yep, you're gonna pinch and pull. Ball it up. You take your fingers. Bingo. So you got this one. Ooh, you tough.
What?
You tough. Ooh, that gonna hurt.
So now she's handling a deep gash, right?
Yeah. We call that laceration.
Laceration.
Call that laceration. Yeah, that one's a little bit different. All right, so you got it started. Now, Yeah, take the loop. Go ahead and pack the loops. It ain't gonna be pretty. All I need you to do is pack it in there. It ain't gonna be pretty. You trying to save somebody's life. So the pressure that you're applying with your fingers allows you to work and get that gauze loose. But notice how freely his was compared to that one.
Right.
It's a little bit more difficult, but that's all you got to work with. You got to work with what you got. Now this can be performed with a shirt too. If you take off a shirt and cut it up, it can get packed in.
Yeah, I was just about to say a lot of bushcrafters and homeowners will take white T-shirts and shred them, put them in a Ziploc bag, and just keep them. Some people even soak them in alcohol.
Don't put that in me.
Yeah.
I might just die on the spot. You take soap, alcohol. I might just die on the spot. I'm just going to pass out.
That burn, there you go.
What is it? It's going to take me to the king because I don't want that.
But you can just keep shredded T-shirts.
Yep, you can.
Okay, let's see you good.
Oh no. Come on. That's a deeper wound than the one he had.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You sure?
I got me.
He look like he got paper cut.
We got you saving the life.
I know, cause the gloves are moving.
You're a paramedic. No, look at you. Hold your hands. All right, now. Go ahead and pack it. All right. Now, put both hands. Pressure. You ain't got to worry about wrapping it. We already did it. Demo. All right. All right, go ahead and take your gloves off. Ball it up. Now, chances are y'all probably not gonna remember how to take these gloves off, so just do the best you can. Cause yeah, and if this ever happens later on, it's like, oh, I don't know how to do it. Just the best you can. Just remember not to contaminate yourself. All right, whoever going first over here.
Just the cue.
Yeah.
Particular hole.
You stop now. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no,
brother. It's going.
That one go all the way through almost. Now, you contaminating what you're putting in there. Remember, you gotta hold it. Pack it. This finger that's holding that pressure allows you to work with that hand.
So repeat that for the audience again. So don't lose your contact with the gauze that you're stuffing in there. Don't let it hit the ground. Don't let it get in dirty water. You have to hold on to it while you're packing. Don't let it touch anything and get contaminated.
You want to keep that gauze as sterile as you possibly can. We'll call that type of stuff, buddy. Pressure. 2 minutes. You good? All right, pull the gauze out. Let's see. All right, for you, get that one right there.
Yeah, I'm used to the glove removal.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff we was talking
I have a question though.
Yes, sir.
Is it better to use the dominant hand of the hold?
That was my.
Or
Either one. Whatever's easy for you. There's no right or wrong hand. Whichever one's gonna be easy for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dominant hand I can pack it with.
I don't think I was able to push the ball through my
I would I would use my dominant hand to pack. Yeah. But it also depends on how bad they're bleeding, because I know I'm stronger with my dominant hand. So my dominant hand is gonna allow me to stop that bleeding, and I just gotta work with what I got. But free game, if you train to do this with both hands, you'll be okay. This is something I recommend people go take a start to bleed class at least once a year.
It do, because there's some things I forgot, and
Yep, it's just that thing that I would go do once a year. I would put it on my list.
Just
Like,
to refresh, just like
Yep.
CPR, first aid.
Yep.
You have to get certified in every
year.
All right.
putting the right side head.
That's all I was thinking. When I was pulling out, I was like, man, I put that much in there?
Oh yeah, and you gotta think we just stopping. Like, a person might take that whole pack of gauze. We don't know.
So question.
Get two of them.
Maybe.
It all depends on how big the wound is.
Yeah.
What if it's like a bullet wound or a knife wound that's front entry and exit?
Seal it. So we only packing like the junction and stuff. Anything here, you're not gonna pack this. We seal the box. In the box, we put seals on it. So don't pack it.
So you would seal the front end, well, seal the back, because then you would have to move the body.
Nah, you seal the back. Remember I told you in the back, you gotta either do 3 sides or use the seal with the valve. So you seal anything in the box, you don't pack it.
And when you're packing, like you're saying, as much gauze as you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they take the whole thing, it just, oh well. That one too shallow, Gary. Nah, yeah, do that one. That'll work.
Okay, but so in a laceration such as this, when it's a bullet hole, your finger pretty much can plug it. But with something this long,
There's gonna be a point in which it starts bleeding. Even though it's long, there's gonna be a part where the blood is coming from in there.
oh, you saying where it stops? So
Where it
the point
starts.
okay.
Yeah, so you gotta find that point. It would typically be the deepest point,
Okay.
and then you put your finger on it, and then you hold that pressure there.
Okay, that's what I meant. Because I'm thinking with something that big, you like.
Yeah, because their whole arm could be split open,
Right.
but it's only bleeding from one particular point.
Okay.
So once you stop that point, you still pack the entire wound. You still pack the whole thing, and then you wrap it all the way up. Because if it's bleeding real bad, here we automatically gonna put a tourniquet on it.
Okay.
Then we're gonna pack that wound and get it done.
So we need to find the point of the bleed.
Yep. Which once you fish your finger in there, what you're looking for when you're fishing is to feel that pulse. Once you feel that pulsation, you're gonna feel the blood spurting on your hand, and that's the point. That's where the blood is. I gotta put my finger on that particular point.
That's good information. All right.
Here you go, Derek. Why is the air on in here? Please. Please, somebody help me understand that. It's freaking 45 degrees outside. Right. And that shit on 67 degrees.
Just kills me.
You killed them?
I did. They did. They did. But that you'll be alive next time. You'll be alive next time.
It ain't the next time. They gone.
They'll be alive. They gonna come back as a butterfly or a donkey or something.
You said they gonna come back as a butterfly?
Or a donkey. I believe in them. I believe in them. You know, because
So
here
how's
when
it
it's
gonna be the next
long,
time if it's gonna come back as an animal, then it's gonna be.
he dead. You don't mind. Junior like
So
that.
we're in the process of
Don't let her go.
repacking the tourniquet.
I go ahead and stretch the tourniquet all the way out. They got out the buckle. Yep. Alright, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna feed the tongue through. You're gonna give yourself about 6 to 8 inches. And you're gonna fold it back over like so. The top part of the windlass, I just take my 2 fingers in a series of motion, just like that, right at the top part of the windlass. The windlass should be facing me. The windlass, yep, just like my hand. The windlass should be facing me. Now, right here at the buckle, just pinch it together and then fold it over. Other way, fold it. Fold it backwards. Should stick together, right? No. Something wrong. That way. Okay. And then you fold it backwards. Yeah. That's too far. You want to bring it back out some? You fold it back in. And normally it goes back in the tourniquet holder or wherever you got it at. But with it like this, you can rapidly deploy it. You should just be able to one hand operation. When you fold it back up, if you grab it, you should just be able to fling it out and then put it on. All right.
Hopefully y'all learned something from this. Please like and subscribe, follow the training, free class, and gave a lot of information. Hopefully you guys took notes. See you on the next one.